It's my day, and nothing out here is going to stop me. And you have the power to do that. You can decide that you're going to change.
Unbelievable start to this fight. Vicious right hand, and the referee has already stopped the fight. Mamma mia! Matisse, and fires off the right hand. Jose goes down. Mora has stopped the fight. Lucas Matisse has won. And he knocks him down in the sweat with a beautiful right uppercut. Wow!
I'm in control here. I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me. I'm coming back.
We all know Fury, you just a phony, man. This is just for acting. You know where I am, you know what time, you know what place. I ain't scared of nobody. I'll come in your backyard, baby, for that's my man.
Listen, anytime, any place, anywhere, I'll fight you in your backyard. Like a gun Klitschko, I'll beat you, you bum. You're a bum.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for another edition of Jeremy Sports Network. And tonight we have perhaps a fight that can open doors for something big to take place before the end of the year or maybe the beginning of next year. And so let's dive right into it. Vasyl Lomachenko taking on Miguel Marriaga live on ESPN tonight at 10 o'clock. This is going to be a fight that's going to serve two ties. And what I mean by that is when you talk about Miguel Marriaga, who lost to Oscar Valdez, he lost to Oscar Valdez in a really good fight. If you go back and watch that fight, but you did see the skill set of Valdez and what Valdez presented to a guy in Miguel Marriaga. But the fact that he's getting an opportunity to face Vasyl Lomachenko, not saying that Lomachenko is the same fighter as Vasca Aldez, but him seeing a guy in Aldez, does this give him a shot? In Valdez, I mean. Does this give him a shot in order to perhaps do the unthinkable? Because you have to look at it from both sides. It's easy to say that Lomachenko is going to dominate this fight. It's easy to say that Lomachenko is going to be victorious and we're going to get to the big fight of him and Mikey Garcia. Now, we do have footage of Mikey Garcia pulling a boss move on Lomachenko and showing up to his press conference. And we'll get to that shortly. But you have to look at it from both sides. You have to give Miguel Marriaga a shot to perhaps see what it is that he could do, right? Because you don't want to just say, well, it's going to be easy work for Lomachenko. But if you're Lomachenko, you have a lot riding on your shoulders on tonight. You're fighting live on ESPN. Then you just had Mikey Garcia show up to the press conference and call you out and challenge you in a fight. And you have the Guillermo Rigondeaux fight sitting on the back of your head. So you have an opportunity to open doors, big time doors, for people to really see if you're the so-called pound for pound #1 fighter in the world. Now, outside of that, if you think about a guy in Lomachenko, now we did our film study on Lomachenko, and we know he's an outstanding fighter who keeps, we'll say just like Mikey Garcia, keeps his skill set up to par. Definitely studies fundamentals, very good defensively, very good offensively, and he does have knockout power at this weight class. But if you, Miguel Marriaga, what is it that you do different to slow down a guy in Lomachenko? Now, we do know that Lomachenko is going to be well prepared on tonight. We know that. But at the same time, it's a lot that's running over his head that I feel as though poses a lot of questions. Now, we do have that footage. It is ready. When Mikey Garcia pulled up on Lomachenko during his press conference. And one of the biggest things, like, what we got to say about Mikey Garcia, Mikey is now put the onus that he's not afraid of no one. If he hear a name that people been screaming out for him to fight, he's going to call for that fight. We seen it with Adrian Broner, because there were talks of Adrian Broner fighting Mikey Garcia way before that fight was called out to happen. A lot of people don't know that, but if you're in the boxing world, you do know that people were calling for that fight way before it happened. And eventually we got that fight. And now people are calling for Mikey taking on Lomachenko. And sooner or later, we will have that fight. Is Terrence Crawford is in the making in this? Absolutely not, because Terrence Crawford really haven't said anything in reference to Lomachenko or Mikey Garcia. But if you're Lomachenko, you've been talking trash. You've been saying that Mikey and his fight with Broner put you to sleep and it was boring and all this, that, and the third. And Garcia heard that, so he pulled up on you at your press conference, and it was nothing you can say but boxing need this fight. You started to take the role of a Triple G, right? Not saying that Triple G's a slouch or Triple G's scared, but you kind of fell back and started like not backing up what it is you were saying, but more so being in agreement with Mikey. Now, you all will be able to figure that out for yourself when you watch this video, but it was very interesting to me. And we're going to go ahead and head to that footage with Mikey Garcia and Lomachenko.
Hey, who's over here?
What you doing going to ESPN, man? You're a Showtime guy.
I'm here.
How are you?
What's up, man? I'm fine on Showtime. How you doing, champ? Best of luck to you. Best of luck to you. Great fight.
Get together, guys. Vegas, get in there.
What do I want to do?
Vegas, get in there. Get Vegas in
No, he didn't bring Robert. Why should I get in there?
Go ahead, there you go.
Perfect sizing. Perfect sizing.
I'm not. I was a featherweight too. Featherweight, super featherweight, now lightweight. I moved up just for Broner, but you know we're not that big.
You probably need to eat to do a 140.
I'm small for 140.
Yeah. How did you feel?
I felt good.
Yeah.
But Broner was probably weighing like 156 on fight night. I was about 146. So yeah, that is a difference there. Yeah. I want to come down to lightweight.
Yeah.
I think that's a better
Come
fit.
to light.
You know, you got to move up to lightweight.
No problem.
He's got to move up to lightweight. You know, he's got to move up to lightweight. I come down to lightweight, and we have a fight.
Yeah.
Right?
Good. Yeah.
That's what the fans are asking for.
Exactly.
That's what the fans are asking for. That's what the media is asking for. So let's give them that.
Yes.
Right?
All agree.
Boxing need this fight.
They do.
Yeah.
This year has been great. Good matchups, good fights. This would just be another,
But do you agree with this fight has to be on the pay-per-view?
Look, this fight could be on pay-per-view because all the fans are
Exactly.
asking about it.
Exactly.
So why not throw it up on a good pay-per-view show,
Exactly.
on our own show, where we're the main stars right now in the lightweight divisions, in the super feather lightweight. There's no other names. There's no other names that can generate that kind of attention and publicity. So why not?
Agree.
Right?
Yeah.
Is it best to maybe wait one more fight for him to have at least one fight at 135, and then you take on whoever you want to fight? Maybe Linares unification.
See, I would like Linares at 135. But if they're available earlier, there's no need to wait for that. It's up to them to decide when it's time for them to be at lightweight. They can move up to lightweight next fight and maybe fight for a title there, and then we fight each other. So that's whenever they're ready to move up to lightweight.
I know, Mikey, you may come to Vasyli's fight on Saturday. How much admiration do you have for him?
No, as a fighter, I can appreciate all the boxing skills. He's got tremendous skills, great footwork, great reflexes. You know, the combinations are just perfect. So I got nothing negative to say. He's a tremendous fighter.
And you watched his fight on Saturday, Vasyl.
Yes,
What did you take away from watching him in action?
I think it was very slow. Sorry, Mikey, but it was very slow. I think you make it faster your punches.
Yeah.
You always want his knockout. Yeah. Always
Well,
you want
the
first fight you go. You won't make one punch. Yeah.
Yeah, the first few 6-7 rounds, that was kind of like the intention to show him, you know, that we were strong also.
Mm-hmm.
After like the 9th round, we changed the strategy and
Yeah.
we boxed.
Yes.
We boxed, just threw more punches and boxed. But that's just strategy. You know, we were not gonna risk a lot either because he is a bigger man. So I wasn't gonna stand in front too long. So we decided to box
I
the
think
last few rounds.
he after fifth round he's tired.
Yeah, he started getting tired.
Yeah?
Started getting tired. But he always finishes up real strong too.
Can you share with us what the strategy would be against Lomachenko?
Strategy? Oh, we gotta go to the drawing board and check that out because we still don't have it.
But obviously, both of you guys can feel the momentum building for like I've said, I don't think that there's a better fight. I dare you to find a better fight under 147 pounds than you two
I
guys.
think the fans and the media all agree, you know, that this is the fight to be made at that weight class right now. There's no other fight that I think creates as much attention and buzz. So, you know, if we can get it done, you know, I'm more than happy to work on that.
Is it so exciting for you to be this close to an opponent that can finally get you to that mega fight that you so richly deserve?
Yeah, I wait for it. I wait for the top fighters. This is Mikey, and it will be a great fight.
Great, guys. Thank you so much for your time today. Great to see you guys together.
Hey, best of luck to you.
Thank
Kick
you.
ass, champ.
Thank you.
So there you have it. Mikey Garcia pulls up on Lomachenko, and it stirs some great noise in the sport of boxing, right? I mean, not only are we getting word from Loma versus Rigondeaux, but also there's an even bigger fight for Loma if he takes on Garcia. Now, if you're asking me personally who I want to see Lomachenko fight, I would love to see him take on Rigondeaux at lightweight. I would love to see that. Mikey Garcia, I would love to see that fight after he takes care of Guillermo Rigondeaux. But we don't know what the plans are for Lomachenko. But what we do know is tonight we have ourselves a fight with Vasyl Lomachenko taking on Miguel Marriaga live on ESPN at 10 o'clock p.m. If you are watching the show, please like and share the show, please. It helps with the visibility of the show. And we're going to continue to bring you guys great news in the sport of boxing. We will be back live tonight for an immediate reaction show after the Loma Marriaga fight. You can follow Jeremy Sports Network on Twitter. We will be having a live chat going. Please be sure to use the hashtag Loma Marriaga for Twitter at Jeremy_sports. And if you do miss this show, you can follow it at Jeremy Sports Network on YouTube. Now, to our picks on tonight. I'm going to pick Lomachenko to win this fight. And I believe he's going to win this fight via unanimous decision. I think it's going to go to distance. I believe he's going to carry Marriaga only because I'm used to Loma doing that. And I believe he's going to try to do something outside of his game versus being quick, being fast, like he was talking about when it comes to a guy like Mikey Garcia, who was slow, which what Lomachenko was saying was absolutely true. Garcia was very predictable in the first few rounds against Adrian Broner. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it wasn't broke against Broner, so why try to do something different? That's what Lomachenko has to understand. Mikey's been fighting for a long time as well. But would it serve as a great fight? It remains to be seen. Now, what Lomachenko is going to do tonight, I believe he's going to showcase his defensive abilities. Miguel Marriaga will try his best to get a hand on Lomachenko, even though Marriaga has lost his last fight. I believe Oscar Valdez showed him a few things in that fight that he could use in his fight against Lomachenko. And that's just being honest. I believe he could do that. And I'm not giving Marriaga a big of a chance to defeat Lomachenko, but I am giving Lomachenko probably 100% into winning this fight easily against Marriaga via unanimous decision. But, you know, we will see what the outcome will be at 10 o'clock. And I want to say shouts out to Clarissa Shields on last night, who had a wonderful fight against Nikki Alder. She pretty much owned her from the beginning of the round all the way to the 5th round for the TKO. And it was just a phenomenal night for Clarissa Shields. When I say 2-time, you say what? Hey, she had the building rocking in Detroit MGM Grand on last night. And like I said, big shots out to Clarissa Shields.
The speed and the movement or foot movement is too much. Triangles or feints. I mean, you see Aldo cover up. That's a pickable.
Oh, big left hand staggers her again. And this one is just about done.
Oh, referee's about to jump in.
One more is all it'll take.
Left hook, spin the punch. Left hook.
That's it. It's over. Well, stop. Clarissa Shields gets her championship and gets her knockout.
Awesome night. If you were tuning in to Clarissa Shields versus Nikki Alder, it was a phenomenal evening. They both headlined the card, and she is now the IBF and the WBC champion of the world. I mean, you can't help but be excited for what Clarissa Shields is bringing to the table, and not only her, but Christina Hammer was in the building on last night as well. And they're talking about a big time fight in Germany between Clarissa Shields and Christina Hammer. So we look forward to seeing that if that happens. But tonight, Vasyl Lomachenko versus Miguel Marriaga live on ESPN. It is going down at 10 o'clock p.m. Please be sure to tune in. Like I said, we're having a live chat going on Jeremy_sports on Twitter. Please be sure to use the hashtag Loma Marriaga. And also, if you missed this show, we will be running it back on YouTube at Jeremy Sports Network, and we will be back tonight for our immediate reaction. This is Jeremy Sports Network. Look forward to seeing you all tonight. Please be prepared and ready to witness perhaps history in Loma losing to Marriaga, or be prepared to see who Loma calls out after he defeats Marriaga. This is Jeremy Sports Network signing out. Peace.